Hi guys, it's Ashley from Ashley's Paper Heart, and today we are going to be doing another spread in my junk journal. This is actually a prompt from Junk Journal July, and like I had said in my previous video, I am definitely kind of like trudging through and trying to get the rest of these edited and the voiceovers done and uploaded for you guys, so hopefully you don't mind having some Junk Journal July content through August because that's just kind of how I roll. I am definitely busy a lot of the time, and so sometimes it takes me a while to get these uploaded. But all that being said, I think it is still relevant because I really, really like the way that this page turned out. So the prompt for this spread is actually Wanderlust, and I really love this prompt. I have grown to love traveling in probably the past 5 years. Of course, with the pandemic, we have not been doing, well, really much traveling at all. And also having two small children, it is pretty tough to travel with them. And so I am looking forward to the days where when my kids are older, that they will be able to travel a little bit better and we can do more of that. And hopefully, this never ending pandemic will be behind us maybe this year, maybe next year, who knows? And we can all take a deep breath and travel with confidence again. Our last trip that we took, we went up to the mountains in Mammoth Lakes here in California, and that was really fun. We took our kids with us, and they had a great time. And I really want to go back, and I'm hoping that we can save up enough money to go back in the winter, maybe in January. Definitely when there's a lot more snow, because I want my kids to experience like the massive amount of snow, because it snowed like very little, but it did snow. But I really think that they would enjoy like seeing it like really, really snow. I actually have some videos up on my channel doing some travel journaling in my traveler's notebook, so I will link that in the cards. And if you're interested, I hope that you will check out some of those videos that I have been doing for that. I still have a few more that I need to get done. Again, it's just like life gets in the way, work gets in the way, and it's hard for me to like prioritize what content I want to create at the moment. So for this spread, I started by making this pocket. I had this tag that was sent to me in my Patreon reward mail from Cassie from Dust to Roses. I really love her Patreon. I can't remember the tier, but it's the tier that you get like a monthly mail thing. And she sends some of the most beautiful items. She definitely has a talent for curating paper packs and finding just beautiful vintagey goodness out there. And so it was totally worth the monthly cost of her Patreon to be able to get these monthly packs. So the tag is one that she had sent, and I'm also using some maps that she had sent in the same pack as well. And because it was all travel themed, which I was super grateful for that I had this, because I don't think I really had like a lot of maps in my collection. And I really love just the looks of maps. I know that that's kind of like antiquated these days with GPS and whatnot. And honestly, like, I don't think I could read a map, as embarrassing as that is. Honestly, I have like the worst sense of direction like ever. I could probably get lost in a paper bag, and yeah. Thank God for my husband, because he is like really good at remembering directions and how to get to places, and like I will even like use my GPS to go somewhere that I've gone like a million times before, like Target, and I know that's like really embarrassing. Am I the only one who like for the life of me cannot remember how to get to a place? I make the excuse for myself that my brain has is holding on to more important things than the route to Target. But anyways, So on the other page, I am adding this photo of this windy road that seems to be going through some mountains. I love vintage photos of landscapes and architecture. I always feel kind of strange using people, except when it's like super, super old, like early 1900s, kind of like cabinet cards. I don't feel as weird about that, but like black and white photos of people always kind of like weirds me out, and I'm not sure why. But I really love this photo. It reminded me of our trip to the mountains because there are some roads like that we had to travel through. And I am not the most, like, I'm not the best at traveling through those kinds of roads. I get really nervous when there are cliffs on one side and, you may have a guardrail, you may not. But I feel like that guardrail surely isn't going to do much. Like, if you have an accident, and yeah, I don't know. My brain always goes there, like tumbling down the ravine. I know. Okay. We're not going to get that dark. Does anyone else do that? My brain is such a weird thing sometimes. But my husband, he loves driving on those roads, and we do have quite a bit of roads that go through the mountains near us that we take. Like, specifically when we drive to Malibu, we go through the mountains, the Santa Monica Mountains, and there are places where there is like a sheer like drop, a big cliff. Of course, there's like a guardrail. But those always make me kind of nervous, and I personally will not drive on those. Let my husband do that. Uh, yeah, the mountain driving thing is not for me at all. So I'm curious, have you guys been able to do any traveling lately? Are there any places that you are hoping to travel to as soon as this pandemic is behind us? I really want to do some international traveling. I would really like to see Europe, just different parts, specifically Germany, because my grandmother was from Germany and lived there for the majority, well, I guess not the majority, for half of her life. She lived there. I would also love to see Japan and Australia. So, those are some places that are on my wish list. And I'm hoping that as the kids get older and as things kind of settle down, that we will get to see those things as a family. I know for me, because we grew up kind of poor, we did not have the money to do a lot of traveling, so that wasn't something that was instilled in us as being important. And I don't know if my dad really cared about traveling much, but I hope to kind of put that value system in my kids if possible, that being able to get out and see the world a bit and learn some from, people who are different than you, that those things are important to just kind of experience what's on this world, the culture, the people, the places, just all of that stuff. I think that the more we experience as people, the more well rounded we can be, and honestly, the more empathy we can have for our fellow man when we see how others live. So, I'm just adding a few more little pieces to frame up this photo a bit. On the left side, I did use some ephemera that was sent to me from some of different pen pals, some airline like style ticket stickers, and just some other pieces of ephemera and just pretty little crafty things that have like a travel theme to them. I'm also going to be digging through one of my smaller baskets of ephemera and goodies and pulling out some stamps to use on this spread. I haven't been using my stamps as much lately, and that's something that I do want to get back to using more of. I guess I kind of fell into that trap of like, oh, it's so pretty and I don't want to use it, and I have to like remind myself that that is absolutely ridiculous, because what's the point of having it if you don't use it and it's just stuck in a basket somewhere? So that is definitely something I am trying to get better at, and I am really happy with how this spread turned out, and I think adding the little stamps on here and the other little bits and pieces that I had been kind of holding on to really made the page at the end. So now that we're getting to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I always enjoy reading your comments and responding to them, and I really hope you liked this video. So if you did, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.